Good afternoon, viewers. This is Emonews, and I am live with Emmanuel Drigo of the Convent Prep. This handsome man in front of me, he is one of our top performers at the national assessment, and we are so elated and happy to have him live on Emonews. Good afternoon, Mr. Drigo.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great.
How do you feel right now?
I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm flabbergasted.
When you heard the news this morning, tell us about your reaction.
I screamed. I jumped. I threw things. I was just. I couldn't believe it.
You have no words.
Yeah.
Yes, so I know you may be expecting a scholarship, but did you expect to be on the top 10?
No, not at all whatsoever.
So talk to us about your preparation. What did you do? How did you prepare for this exam?
So firstly, I'd like to thank Miss Day2, Sir Etienne, and Miss Bonnie as well. I would go to school on Saturdays with Miss Bonnie, and also when I come home from school, I would take a 2-hour nap from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and up from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Yeah, 11 o'clock, I'd study. So about 4 hours.
So you put in some hard work.
Yeah.
What about those past papers?
Well, I did many past papers. Like, I did one from 1984, I think, all the way to last year, 2021.
Nice. So you are ready for high school. What would you like to say to the students who are moving from grade 5 to grade 6? What advice would you give to them?
Don't say you're smart, because you might be smart in your class, but you're going up against an entire country, so you don't know the other people you're going up against. So you can never say you're too smart, so I don't need to study.
Nice. How was your parents' involvement in your performance this year?
Well, my mother, she all night she would stay up with me studying, keeping me awake, helping me do past papers, going through a lot of stuff. And my father, he was emotional support.
So your parents supported you.
Yeah.
And you are very happy, and I am pretty sure that they are proud of you.
Yeah.
We are going to invite Mr. Emmanuel Drigo, his mom, Dr. Drigo, with us here on Emonews. She is so happy. Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm flabbergasted. I'm elated. I'm happy.
You are happy. So when you heard the news, where were you?
I was at a meeting with the PS and I started screaming because I couldn't believe it. I heard my son's name because I was like, no, this isn't really happening. And then I heard his name in the top 10, so I was even more proud. So my little stubby nose grew long. Nobody can talk to me now. But yeah, I was really proud.
So talk to us about parental involvement. A lot of parents, when we see the top performers, their parents are always involved in their child's life. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of parents, they don't have, a lot of students, they don't have that parental support. And some of them, some of them are deceased, and it's kind of hard for them. How can you talk to us about the parental involvement?
In the success of a child, a parent is paramount. I mean, the Bible asks you specifically to train up your child. So you cannot allow the school or anybody else to do it. So everything my children do, I am right there. I'm a helicopter mom. I hover, I pay attention, I review past papers. So in preparing him for any exam, even if it's end of term exams, going through compositions, doing all of it, I had to be involved because I don't expect an 11-year-old to be that focused to stay and study for 4 hours on his own. I had to play my part. So he's celebrating, I'm celebrating with him because I know we worked well together. And there's no way you get, maybe a high schooler and a college student, university student for sure, but a primary school student should never be left to do it on their own. So yes, parents need to put in that part to lay the foundation and teach them the discipline of of studying and studying well.
But how can society assist those without parents, those who do not have that support? What?
Right. So community involvement obviously is important. So there are government schools that give extra classes. You have community centers. If you have teachers in the village that can spare one Saturday or 2 Saturdays a month. If you have a child, that's not supervised by a parent, but you're a neighbor, then you call that child over. So while you're teaching your kid, you're teaching that one as well. Because those are the same kids. If they're in the same age group, that's who my son is going to come home and say, Mommy, I like that little girl over there. So if I don't try and help
Yes.
to instill something good into her, then I'm going to end up with it at my doorstep. So I might as well invest in the children around him and other children, because like I always say, while I'm helping to raise my king, I'm helping you to raise yours as well, because we don't want vagabonds. We want kings and queens.
That's right, that's right. What would you like to say to the many parents celebrating now around
Oh my God,
Dominica?
everybody, 840 of us are extremely proud today. And really and truly, sometimes I feel like the exam is antiquated, that we shouldn't be stratifying 11-year-olds as to who did best and who did not good. But I think everybody did well enough to go to high school. And if you didn't fall in the first 10, that's okay, because you have 5 more years to prove yourself. And if you didn't do it then you have your 2 years of college and your years of university. I went to students who were kicked out of high school and have nice top-paying jobs as we speak. So this is just the first stage, and I can see our generations just going forward and doing well and making us proud as Dominicans.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on your son's
Thank you.
achievement. We are happy to feature you on Emonews. I have another question for you. I remember that a lot of students complain about the social studies. What would you like to say about that social studies exam?
Firstly, what does the H's in 4H stand for?
I heard about that 4H, sorry. Yeah, so I think the students need to know that they need to
Pay attention to the news, local news, up-to-date news, definitely, because I think that's one area. And a few hints came from, was it the library, who kept posting exams and examples
big
of
up to
those.
Prince and company.
Right, so we would have to go over that, because I'm like, look, they're asking you who's the Minister of Health. That's my minister. His name is Urban McIntyre. Here's his picture, because they posted a picture. So we really need to go back to paying attention to the news, listening to the news in the morning, and paying attention to what's happening around us.
Because
locally.
in my social studies class, before I start my class, we have like a news break.
Right.
5 minutes of my class, I ask them what's
So
happening
the kids
in the news.
are left up to date, because sometimes you're rushing for school. It's not the news you're listening to, and by the time you hit traffic and mommy's trying to get you to go over the spelling words and did you do your homework and all of that.
Yes.
So it's worthwhile for teachers to actually incorporate that into their class. You're ashamed of standing next to me, Dave?
So, Mr. Emmanuel, what are your final comments? What would you like to say to the many students viewing now and folks around Dominica?
Well, don't give up, because if you give up, that's just bad. Just
Stay focused, right?
Yeah.
Stay do you have an idea as to what school you'll be attending?
What school? Grammar school?
Yeah.
Grammar school. Dominica Grammar
Yes.
School, look out for the
Yes.
champion. And we hope in the next 5 years we hear about you on the
Definitely.
CSEC
We're not stopping it. This
examination.
is just the first
So
step.
please stay focused. I saw a lot of students who got scholarships and they come to the high school and then they just have a laissez-faire attitude.
Yeah.
I hope you do not fall in that category. I want to wish you well. Stay focused and congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
So this is Dr. Drigo and her son. He placed number 9 on the list, the top performer of the grade 6 national assessment at the Convent Prep. So once again, congratulations, and we are happy to feature him live on Emonews. Have yourselves a good evening, everyone, and bye for now.
My new ball.